All right, let's work the last problem in this exam here. We'll look at some resonance structures. So remember, when we're doing resonance structures, right, we're looking for, we're trying to move electrons around, right? We're trying to move electrons around. And remember, what we can move around are lone pairs or pi bonds. And we need to move them somewhere where those electrons can fit, right? So we have to have open orbitals or other pi bonds to move those around in. So if we look at this first example here, right, we got this positive charge here next door to an oxygen. And so the only resonance structure we can draw here is if we take that lone pair, whoops, that was not the correct size, is if we take this lone pair here and drop that down into a pi bond, right? So then what we end up doing is making this, and don't forget our charge, okay? And so there is the only resonance structure that we can do with this molecule. That's it, right? We can't move it anywhere else. There's no more open orbitals. There's nothing else that's going to be relevant in terms of resonance structures for this particular molecule. Okay? So now the next thing that we need to do, right, is just look at the other problem here. Very similar in terms of its setup. Right? We've got our pi bonds and we've got now a lone pair and a negative charge here. We look next door to that lone pair, we see a pi bond. So we can again drop our lone pair into a pi bond. We can take our pi bond and turn it into a lone pair on that carbon there. So draw our carbons, that pi bond is still in its place there. We made that pink pi bond and we turned that into a lone pair and a minus charge. And there we go, that's it. Right? So we're looking for lone pairs next door to pi bonds, or we're looking for lone pairs next door to open orbitals. And so we are able to move these, next door, right? Lone pairs can turn into pi bonds, and pi bonds can turn into either lone pairs or other pi bonds. That's kind of the general rules for a resonance structure. But that is it for the exam. There are not any other resonance structures that are relevant when we are dealing with these two molecules here. Okay, so that is it for this exam. I will see you guys next time when we're going through and working on our answer keys.